The leadership of Jerry Falwell Jr., one of the most prominent evangelical supporters of President Trump, appeared to be nearing an end at Liberty University after a report emerged on Monday of sexual indiscretions involving Mr. Falwell, his wife and a pool attendant. Top officials at Liberty, which Mr. Falwell helped build into a hugely influential, $1.6 billion center of evangelical power, were seeking to finalize the terms of Mr. Falwell's departure as the university's president and chancellor. The situation was confusing on Monday night, with a school spokesman telling news organizations that Mr. Falwell had resigned, Mr. Falwell denying those reports, and an official with knowledge of the behind-the-scenes drama asserting that the terms were still being negotiated. Falwell has not yet resigned, but he's in negotiations with the school over his future, said a person who was in touch with key players in the negotiations on Monday but was not authorized to speak on the record. On Monday evening, Mr. Falwell told Virginia Business, a local monthly magazine, that reports of his resignation were completely false, and that he did not plan to step down. It was clear that Mr. Falwell's support had eroded. Late on Monday evening, the university released a statement saying that Mr. Falwell had initially agreed to resign before reversing course. His actions came after the board's executive committee met on Monday morning. Falwell responded by agreeing to resign immediately as president of Liberty University today, but then instructed his attorneys to not tender the letter for immediate resignation, the statement said. The executive committee and the full board plan to meet Tuesday. "It's a mess," said Dustin Wall, co-founder of Save 71, a new Liberty alumni group calling for Mr. Falwell's resignation. "This is how Liberty works, and this is how Liberty has worked for the past several years. Falwell is not in line with the rest of the leadership at Liberty. He's an outlier. And he's responsible for the chaos." Mr. Falwell has been on a leave of absence since August 7, after an uproar over a photograph he posted to Instagram that depicted him with his pants partially unzipped and his arm around a woman he later said was his wife's assistant. On Monday, a business associate named Giancarlo Granda alleged in an interview with Reuters that for years he had regular sexual liaisons with Mr. Falwell's wife, Becky, as Mr. Falwell looked on. He said he met the couple in 2012 while a young pool attendant at a luxury hotel in Miami. In a statement released Sunday evening that appeared to anticipate the revelations, Mr. Falwell conceded that his wife had engaged in an inappropriate personal relationship with Mr. Granda, but said that he was not involved. He added that Mr. Granda tried to extort the couple to keep the affair a secret, an ordeal so upsetting that it had caused him to seek mental health treatment. Mr. Falwell and Ms.